2 words.
Yeah.
Summarize what happens in Legislative Council today. And we need to pick one. That's our key word for today. The first word is upset.
Okay.
And then versus offset. Upset
or offset?
Offset.
I'm going to go with offset.
Offset is the key word.
All right,
so we talk about upset first.
Okay.
The pro-establishment legislator really upset.
Yes, they are very upset.
The Pandemocrats.
Well,
because the Pandemocrats upset
pro-establishment last year. So now it is time for revenge.
Yeah.
So, as we talked about a lot on the show last year,
it's the typical Star Wars thing.
Yeah. But
the Empire Strikes Back.
But here's the thing. So in a conversation with Emily Lau last week, we're going to be writing up on Harvard Times. I sat down with her for about an hour with one of my guys. And so we said, okay, so last year you guys broke with tradition and took over. You kind of ambushed them on Public Works Subcommittee and Establishment. She's like, no. It's like, she says, 2 years before that, the pro-establishment started squeezing us out of a lot of committees. So this was our payback. They started it, not us. So that's the line. So she's saying that in this current legislative session, which has got a year left to go, as we talked about yesterday, that in fact the pro-establishment people started pushing them out of committees, and that was because when CY got in, the word went down. He says in the old days, under Donald Tsang, we were able to cooperate, we were able to work with the other parties on the pro-establishment to negotiate, move things along. She goes, but this, ever since CY got in, the word went out to the pro-establishment people from the liaison office that they were not to cooperate anymore. And so ever since then, it's been, which had a high point last year when the Pandems seized control of the Establishment Committee and the Public Works Subcommittee. And now, today, is going to be choosing chairs and vice chairs for piles of the committees.
Oh, yeah.
And the pro-establishment have clearly said, nuh-uh, you're getting nothing. And then they came back like, oh, fine, you can have like a couple of things.
They have a prologue already. They have a prologue on the... Finance Committee.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a prologue and a prologue. So yeah, today is going to be the prologue.
The
for
Finance Committee chair has been elected.
Yep.
And then the House Committee as well. The House Committee actually caught a lot of attention.
Yes.
The House Committee used to have the pro-establishment as the chair, whereas the vice chair
would be pro-down.
Always.
Yeah.
Is Pan-Democrats.
Yeah.
But now that both of them, chair, vice chair, are all pro-establishment.
Yeah.
Same case for Finance Committee as well.
Finance Committee. And those are big. So for those of you, finance people know what that is. For those who don't know, House Committee, that's the one that kind of sets the rules of LegCo. They kind of set the terms for how all the meetings work and
disciplinary issues.
Yes, disciplinary
regulatory issues.
Conflict of interest, stating your interests, very important. So the pro-establishment have kind of said, well, fine, we'll let you guys run a couple of committees, like I think it's like welfare and what's the other one? Environment? No. Environment's going to be important because the third runway.
Yes, is the medical, not really the medical, but the health.
Okay, so health. So they're going to get a couple. Those are the kind of things where the pro-Dems are never going to want to say no because that's all about government spending money on welfare and health, which nobody ever wants to say.
So you know what is. I would say it's all staged as well.
Yeah.
The pro-establishment's supporters would love the pro-establishment for doing that.
Of course.
Oh, kick them out, right?
Yeah.
And then the Pan-Democrats supporters will be moved by the situation. Yeah. So both parties... Both sides.
Everybody wins in a sense.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, so the pro Dems are good. They win by having outrage, having a legitimate cause for the outrage.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in this next year, but that's a tough one.
Okay,
so there's chairs and subcommittees.
Yeah, they're upset.
The upset. Okay, there's the upset.
Then the offset.
The offset. So one of the subcommittees that is going to be established today is the one that is looking at the issue of. The whole issue of the MPF and offsetting your long-term service payments by, taking the value of your MPF contributions as an employer to reduce the amount you pay in long-term service payments.
That will affect basically all employers and all employees.
Yeah, all employees that have worked for more than 9 years for somebody, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody's worked for you for more than 9 years, there's a formula whereby they get a bonus on the way out. If you fire them, if they quit, they get nothing.
Yeah.
But if you fire them, then for every year you got to pay them a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
But when they did the MPF, they did a deal that said, whatever money you've put into the MPF,
offset?
Minus it from that. They call it an offset. So There's been talk of that, and LegCo is going to be establishing a committee to investigate that.
To see if they can cancel that arrangement.
Yeah.
Which upset a lot of business sectors leaders.
Because that was the deal. They're like, we're already paying for this. Now you want to give us MPF? And they're like, okay, fine. That's fair. You don't want to have to pay double for people. So, we're kind of doubling up. So we'll allow you to have one, subtract from the other. But the kind of the welfare crowd doesn't see it that way. They're like, no, basically the company should be paying for that and that.
Honestly, the purpose of these two pay are different, though. One is a long-term recognition.
Yeah.
The other one is retirement savings. So that's the major argument.
I would have been interested to see the original justification for the long-term service, because I've never heard of that anywhere else.
You haven't read that?
Find me another jurisdiction where they have such a thing.
Yeah, they usually have two systems.
Right.
They usually have two systems. But I think these issues, if you dug out the history, is from Chris Patten.
Really?
Yes.
It was that recent?
Chris Patten.
It wasn't older than the Chris Patten era?
It's Chris Patten. And Chris Patten said, I understand completely. Actually, Chris Patten is for cancelling the offsetting.
Okay.
In a way.
So it didn't start with him, but he was looking at canceling.
No, he is the one who started it and finished it.
Okay.
He basically talked to the unions.
Right.
I understand that long-term recognition and retirement are two different things.
Yeah.
But if you are not going to bite the bullet,
right,
you won't have MPF. If this is what you want, so be it. I'm going to withdraw the bill. The MPF. He actually announced that he will withdraw the whole MPF
program unless they accepted the offset.
Unless they accept the offset.
And the business community says we are not going to support this unless we get the offset.
Yes. That's
so
why
without the offset, it was
Lee Cheuk-yen gave in.
Right.
And that's why we have the MPF as of today. Chris Patten basically...
With an offset,
But Chris Patten basically told everyone, get it started first.
Yeah.
And you will always have time in the future to review it.
To amend it.
Yeah, so we are now at this juncture.
And the business community looks at it and says, but we did a deal.
Yeah.
And that's a done deal. But the unions were like, no. There was always a plan to come back and revisit.
You know what? I am thinking another stage. This is another stage event.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
So who does this
no, but not for 2015, not for 2016, but
2017. You think it's a CE thing? You think
it's
CE
thing.
CY wants this?
I think he would somehow announce a plan just before
it's time for him to get reelected.
Yeah. Or just before he announced anything.
Well, he'd have to drag it through a new LegCo, which could get ugly. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, he won't do it in the current legislative term.
Right.
Because it won't benefit him. It will only benefit the unions.
Yes.
Divide the pro-establishment.
Yep.
Which is not good.
No, because that's unions and business.
So he would love to do it after the 2016 election.
Right.
Very likely next year this time.
Next year. Have to be on the
next year.
There we go.
Very likely.
We're looking forward. We got something
very likely next year this time. You'll see.
All right. We should write these all down so we can see.
Oh yeah. All right. Offset.
Thanks for that prediction, Vincent.
All right.
We'll be
Cheers.
looking for it.